And hello and welcome, friends of the Dwarf-Elvish diplomacy. And yes, it happens. It's happening. OBS is working again on my PC. It detects my graphics card. After I rolled my drivers back like 4 months, but it seems to work, so we are going with it. And also, Dwarf Fortress got a big update, at least a lazy new pack, because I don't play regular Dwarf Fortress because I'm way too lazy to install all the stuff myself. Anyway, yeah, I installed the new lazy new pack, and I created a new world. And behold, here it is. In Nitralina, the future land. Nitralina, the future land. Makes sense, right? Not really, but still, it's an awesome map, and it makes me happy to show you awesome maps. And this is it, Nitralina. Let's toggle on the civs, so you can see the civilizations. So what do we have here? We have a lot of small islands in the southwest, and the Knowing Confederacy, humans, the Kingdom of Conflagration, also humans. So it looks like the humans here are surrounding the goblins, but in reality they settled around the coast and the goblins started growing in their midst, and right now they have more goblins than humans. I guess this will turn into a war country pretty soon. Then we have this Little Britain-like thing with the weak nets, the Stoneembraced, and where was the last one? Here, the humorous Sound Veneration, which is an elf civilization. To the north we have 2 human civilizations that are on war since 200 years, and the only reason they cannot kill each other is because of this massive mountains in the middle, which is keeping them apart. And to the east they have the Even Evil, which are goblins. They started up here and the cold drove them down deep into the human cities, which is why the disemboweled confederacies are actually in a bit of trouble right now, because the dark pits are spitting out more and more goblins every year, and they are at war with the humans. And to the east we have this clusterfuck. It's basically impossible to tell you what happened when, because as you can see the elves are everywhere, the dwarves are everywhere, humans and the goblins are everywhere. Yeah, but we have this human coast city, the Confederation of Insect, which settle around the coast. So I guess they are feeling well there. To the east we have the Light Confederacy. We have a lot of confederacies, I figured out. And the Rounded Evils, which are goblins. And the Armor of Glowing and the Symmetric Swords. But all of this is not important, because in the south we have this here, the island of the Canyon of Wales, which is entirely dwarfish, and they don't have connections to any other civilizations. So this is their island. Okay, they have 2 kobolds living on the island, stealing stuff, as kobolds do. But this is the interesting part, because this is it, the Gears of Yawning, which is housing currently 113 dwarves in Pegelglazed, and in Orkir it's housing 114 dwarves as well. Coincidence? I think not. 1 dwarf more. But as you can see, they are surrounded by the Hewitt Pines, which is an elfish civilization, and the Hurricane of Pax, which is an elfish organization. And let's switch maps. Load alternative map. This is the interesting map for us, because as you can see here, we have all these like little a second. Yeah, we have like all these very, very small groups. Oh yeah, it's destroying the overlays. That's the problem. I was wondering why it showed up so weird. Okay, good. Let's switch off the civs, and I will go back. As you can see here, we have this guys on the south and this guys in the west. And if you take a look at here, you can see like these big holes at these places. in the middle of the forest. So you might ask yourself, why is that? And the reason, as always, lies in history. Let's toggle the civilizations again. So, let's go back, let's say 100 years. And this is how it started. The Gears of Yawning were sitting on the mountains, and the elves came back, and the Gears decided to go down to the forests and burn the wood to heat their furnaces. And problem with that is elves don't really enjoy if you're taking their forests, so they started attacking. When will it happen? Soon, I hope. I think I should have toggled battles. Yeah, on the battles you can actually see it. But anyway, these two furnaces here got lost. Labor Palace and Trembled Mansions. And the elves took it. In fact, I can show you the war itself, because the war itself started in the year 10 and it lasts to the present. So right now we have 240 years of war against the elves, especially the Hurricane of Pax. There's also war against the Humid Pines, which is the civilization to the west, but they are not as intimidating as the one to the east. And right now in the Ignited War, 1 year ago, they took our furnaces. Let me show you the entrance. Settled in Furnace Deep. Yeah. Itili Glimmerella, an elfish clothier and a warmonger, a dirty elf, settled in one of our furnaces. And as you know, we cannot let that stand. We cannot just give these dwarfish lowborns, no, one, these elfish lowborns our fortresses. I say we're going down the mountains to get our wood. We will. And this is exactly what I'm going to do. We will make the Gears of Yawning great again, so to speak. So now let's load this map. Toggle off the civilizations because it's broken if I do it, and the battles too, of course. And what we are going to do is we are going to settle right here, right at this place, and we are going to burn the forest. Let's just burn it. No. That will be crazy. No, we are turning this forest into coal for our ovens, and we will make the best steel in the known world. And we will do it with the elfish forest. And they won't be able to keep us from doing it, because we are dwarfs. We are dwarfs of the Gears of Yawning. And if we take a place, we will keep it. Okay, we kind of lost these two, but that was only because look at these big forest retreats here. They ambushed our poor peasant dwarfs that weren't able to defend themselves. They stole our children. They slaughtered our goats. But we are going to build a place that will last. And this place will be right here. And this place will happen. No, this places can't happen. Sorry, I don't speak a lot of English lately, because I haven't done a lot of Let's Plays. But this place will be raised in this Let's Play, and we are going to defend it, no matter the cost. And we are going to burn the forest, we are going to put it, every single tree branch, either into the forest or into coal. And with the coal we will produce the best steel and the best gold and the best silver and whatever we can find, basically. And yeah, they won't take it from us again, because our mountain homes are strong, and if we are building a colony down there, it will be strong too. So I see you guys in the game. And here we are, and I already selected the area where we will embark, and it's going to be in the hot jungles, which is a temperate conifer forest. The temperature is warm, the trees are heavily forested. Yeah, the trees are heavily forested. The area is heavily forested. Also vegetation, it's very thick, and surroundings are wild. And we have the spring of the brook here, the so-called Skuldhust. No, Skuldhust. It's Skuldhust. Alright. Yeah, we are going to have sand, very deep soil, then an aquifer, which isn't as bad as last time, because last time the aquifer was like right on the ground. And this time we can dig a bit before we are reaching it, so we can actually dig into the ground without having to worry about defending ourselves before we do it. We have shallow metals, we have deep metals, and we have a flux stone layer, which means we can have steel if we find iron. And if not, we can buy iron and still have flux stone, which is very, very desirable. And let's hit embark. Yes. So I already created a starting group here. Don't get pinned on the names, because the names won't matter a bit once we are going. Because I will rename, of course, after my subs and subscribers. And if you want to be in the game, just write me your name, write me 2 jobs, and write me your favorite weapon. And I see what I can do to put you into the round and into the game. So, let's see. First off, we have a proficient miner, Mr. Seabrick here. He's basically just a miner. It will be his job most of the time. He's mining, and he can fight a bit, because remember, we are actually embarking in a war zone, so we need to have at least 1 or 2 fighters, just in case an elfish scout group comes along, so we can kill them and they won't run back to their guys and tell them where we are. They will find out eventually, but not right at the beginning, which will be helpful. And we have the next guy, who is a bit of a leader. Not totally our leader. Actually, I will make him our leader at some point. But he's a proficient mason, and he's also a miner. Then we have Iton here, who is a woodcutter and a stonecrafter, bone carver. So he will be the guy that will do our crossbows right at the beginning, because I want everyone to have a crossbow, so they can defend themselves, or at least defend the fortress from incoming enemies. Then we have Litast, and he's our brewer and our cook and our butcher, so he's there for the food. We have Rakist, who is a grower and a herbalist, and he will of course grow all these nice mushrooms that we can eat and survive from. Also, our brewer needs something to brew with, and mushrooms and stuff he picks up will be really helpful. We have Izem, and Izem is a proficient X-Man and a novice dodger. He's not a fighter. Okay, I need to change some points around here. He's not a leader, he's not a teacher at all, but he will be a fighter too, because it doesn't help that he is like a proficient X-Man if he only does 1 strike, because enemy will pretty easily find out what is about, what he's about, and then this egg won't do him any good. So he needs at least 1 pointed fighter, and he's also a novice shield user. And then we have Uther Gattegeller, who is our crossbowman. He's also an adequate fighter, and he's an adequate disciple. And he is an ambusher, because he is our hunter, and he will help us survive at the beginning of the fortress. Alright, so let's see, we need a fortress name, and I will go with, just a second, we are going with Stoneembraced. And it's the fortress of Strife. Alright. Lamkurul Geschutztin is the name of our fortress, the Stoneembraced, the fortress of Strife. So we will build a fortress directly into enemy territory, and they won't take it from us. And our group's name is unbeatable, victorious, maybe? Huh, unmovable. Not the thing. So, what's also strong and big, and you can't take it away. So fixed? No. Huh, let's see what. It's cracked boulders. Cheese boulders. Actually, cool name. Cheese boulders. Oh yeah, we are the steel. We are the steel boulders. What? Oh, damn it. Nope. Nope. The steel. The boulder steel. No. Zinc steel. Boulders. Should work. Delaratur is the name of our group, the steel boulders. Okay, done, and symbol. So, we already have a symbol because we are under patronage of Nadak. And Nadak is a deity of the Gears of Yawning. Nadak most often takes the form of a male dwarf and is associated with fortresses. And Nadak is also on this picture with elves. And not just one or two, but 1,000 elves. And you might guessed it, Nadak is not fighting with the elves, not greeting the elves, not even laboring. He's massacring the 1,000 elves. And this will be the flag and our symbol that will stand for our fortress. The Flash of Glazes, it's called. Nice name. And done. And I'm going to hit the embark, and I'm not going to do a cut because I don't want to break the game. It's pretty stable right now, but I don't want to provoke it. And yeah, so let's just hope that this will go over fast. Okay, you have arrived. After a journey from the mountain homes into the forbidding wilderness beyond, your harsh trek has finally ended. Your party of 7 is to make an outpost for the glory of all of Tosidarab, the Gears of Yawning. There are almost no supplies left, but with stout labor comes sustenance. Whether by boat, plow or hook, provide for your dwarves. You are expecting a supply caravan just before winter entombs you. But it is spring now, enough time to delve secure lodgings. Ere the dingoes get hungry, a new chapter of Dwarfish history begins here at this place, Lamkro Geschützstein. Stoneembraced, the fortress of strife. Strike the earth! And striking the earth we will. Alright, let's have a look at this map. Here we are. The bend of the river. What is this? This is a group of... Whoa! Coyotes! Already coyotes! 4 of them. So our hunter will have something to do, I guess. Medium-sized dog-like creature. I think we can train them at some point, but we don't have anyone that can deal with enemies right now. With animals, not enemies. So I think we were just going to kill them all. Yeah, just coyotes everywhere. Alright, anyway. So, we can do the fortress on 2 points in this river bend. And I'm going to use the river as a moat. It's 1Z layer deep. It's a really deep river. Or I can dig into here. Use these ponds as these pools as a natural barricade and start my fortress here, dig deeper, and I think I can dig like 2 or 3 layers at least more like 4 or 5 before hitting the aquifer, so you can dig pretty deep. But you know what? You can decide if we are going to settle on this river bend, put a moat and the wall around here with all these trees around us, or if we are going straight into the earth. Just write it in the comment, and if it's taking too long I will decide, but I will just do this one episode, and the day after tomorrow will come the next episode, and if someone commented anything about it, I will take his decision. Can also dig into the west here, but then of course we cannot use this river. But actually this is quite a lot of earth, and I can even go up some Z layers. So it would make sense to dig into the west, but you decide. I will use, of course, these trees. Oh, almonds. Persimmon tree. Oh yeah, food won't be a problem. Spinach. Blackberry bushes. Yeah, okay, food won't be a problem, and alcohol won't be a problem because we can brew with this stuff. So I guess our farmer won't have anything to do right at the beginning. He just needs to collect the stuff we are finding here. Oh, and talking about farmers and our group. You know what it is time to do now? We are going to switch over to the dwarf therapist and name our dwarfs. So let's have a look here. Okay, we have a bisexual. Interesting. He's a competent wind instrumentalist. Not going to comment that. Alright. Yeah, let's name our dwarfs here. So, we have our hunter, and our hunter is named Sinner6. Click, clack. And by the way, if you want to have a dwarf named after you, just write it in the comments. Give me 2 jobs and your favorite weapon, and I will see what I can do. I think I already said it, but better make sure. Better be sure. Okay, Eton, and he's our woodcutter, woodcrafter, and so on and so forth, and he is named after my Dutch pal, the Hound. Alright, then we have Lickot, and Lickot is a miner and a mason, and he is named after Mr. He hasn't given me a name. I'm realizing right now. Damn it, Jax. Forgot to give me a name. Yeah, how is he named on Steam? Maybe we can do something with that. Check. Check to check. I name him Shekel. Alright. Then we have our brewer and our cook, and his name is Jubby, after good old MDB, from the Netherlands. We have Mr. Rekist, and Mr. Rekist is actually named Zilef. Here we go. And we have Zibrek, and Zibrek's name is actually Bauta. Looks like this is where history leads me. Alright, put him here. And Izem is the last one. Izem is our fighter, and his name is Silpho. Alright, here we go. So, let's look at the characters, and you can turn off if you're not interested in the characters. But for everyone else, I will show you the characters. I won't read it because there is a lot to read, but I will comment, of course. So, here we go in the Dwarf Therapist. What is he telling me about Bauta? I'm just reading here. I will go deeper in-game. Oh, Hound Squirrel, son. Keep that in mind. Greatly moved by art and beauty, Shekel. He's our miner and our mason. Okay. I think he will have to stick to art. Silpho. Treasures independence, William's decorum, dignity and power. Thinks French is important, values peace over war. This is quite a bit bad for our fighter. Not gonna lie. He's not really loyal. He will get into problems with Bauta, I'm pretty sure. And Zilef dislikes obligations and will try to avoid being bound by them. Yeah, okay, as a farmer. That should work out. Okay, let's have a look into the game again. I need to activate this and deactivate this, I guess. Yes, this version of OBS is pretty new, so I still need to get used to it. But I will figure it out. Okay, let's have a look at our characters directly. Mr. Bauta here is picking up equipment. Can zoom in a bit. These pictures of the dwarves are just showing their jobs, so you won't really find out who is who. Okay, yeah, Mr. Sinner here is our hunter. Is of course pretty easy to distinguish from the others, but yeah, look at this. 2 farmers, pretty hard. Okay, anyway. No, don't want to pick. I want to see him. A dubious worshipper of Dutur. Wrong duty, Bauta. Disappointed in you. Very disappointed. Oh, he likes Rhyolite, Pig Iron, Vex Opal, Jagger Bone. But he has a meager kinesthetic sense, meager creativity and analytical abilities, and a little patience. So he will be good with a crossbow, I guess. Actually, let's go to this window, and Mr. Shackle is doing fine. Suspectable to disease. Little difficulty with words. Poor empathy, little patience. Oh, yeah. I think we should keep some of them apart from each other when they're drinking. And believe me, they will drink a lot, because that is what they like to do. See this? She's not distracted after a lack of troublemaking. You will be a troublemaker. Alright, we need to keep that in mind. Our Mason likes to steer shit up. Same goes for Sinner, if I remember correct. Let's have a look. Skilled warrior is a beautiful sight to behold. Yeah. Oh, he likes that one already. She's incredibly quick to heal. Super good, especially for a hunter. Quick to tire and very quite clumsy. Bad for a hunter, especially because he's our ambusher. Archie has a good spatial sense and poor focus and little natural inclination towards music. Not that bad. Not that bad. Okay. Sinner's pretty good. Hound. His hair straight. His very long sideburns are neatly combed. Good to know. He's also very slow to heal, but he is very agile and almost never gets sick. Very helpful. He's a son of patience and willpower. Okay. He has poor empathy, meager creativity, a little difficulty with words, and loose intuition. Oh yeah, Hound. Oh yeah, Hound. Okay, Jobby. Be happy, Jobby. He's slow to heal and susceptible to disease, so I think we want to keep him out of the fights. But he has a great affinity for language, a good kinesthetic sense. Oh yeah, then we want him to fight. And he has very bad analytical abilities and poor spatial sense. Doesn't matter. He will be a good fighter. Zilef, our planter. Meager ability, social relationships, poor kinesthetic sense, poor memory, quite poor focus. Oh yeah, you will get a crossbow. He is quick to heal and slow to tire. Yeah, I think he will be the leader of our little militia group. And last but not least, our expedition leader and our warrior, Cellphone. Cellphone 2 works. He has a broad body, high cheekbones, small lopped ears, very short, thin Irish aquamarine eyes are protruding, has slight low eyebrows, are extremely short. Her very long hair is neatly combed, her somewhat narrow head is short, her nose bridge is somewhat concave, slightly upturned. Hair is charcoal, his skin is pale-chested. Why am I reading this to you? Because I think he will be the first one to die, because he's our warrior. He will like stay out while everyone runs in and try to hold the rising tide of the elves. So we need to remember him as fast as possible. Yeah, and he is a citizen of the Arm of Glowing. She's a member of the Steel Bowlers. And she's a casual worshipper of us. She envies others, their status, and so on and so forth. Oh, poor spatial sense. Pretty bad for a fighter. little patience, pretty good for a fighter. He's very flimsy, bad for a fighter. Oh yeah, we need better fighters. But I think he will be a great leader and a great military leader too. Alright, this is it for today, and I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I see you on the next episode of Dwarf Fortress Kill All Elves Edition.